only takes $5 to educate 100 adults on how to save a life. The American Heart Association goal is not only to educate every single individual possible on how to save a life, but we as an organization have been focused on researching and looking for the cure for cardiovascular diseases for 91 years. You see, cardiovascular diseases are the number one killer in the United States, and we've chosen to battle this issue behind the statement, life is why. The reasoning behind the statement is because everyone deserves the right to live. Everyone has the right to live. Everyone has a reason to live. So we must ask everyone, what is their reason? The American Heart Association is one of the most successful nonprofits in the United States. In 2015, we alone raised $638 million in just public contributions. From our program services in 2015, which consist of research, public health education, professional education and training, and community services, we spent a total of $634 million. 81% of our expenses have gone towards bettering health education or our local communities. The rest is just spent on keeping our organization going, which mainly just consists of fundraising to keep this program out to the public. Not only are contributor support the only reason for our success, but the partnerships we have made with large businesses such as Aramark, Cheerios, Fitbit, and Subway are what has kept us going as one of the most successful nonprofits. My name is Victor Morales, and I am a representative of the Nike+A-Heart project. I'm here to ask you, the Nike Community Impact Fund Committee, to help start our two organizations on the path toward a long-term partnership. Our project begins with a 5K walk-run event in downtown Portland, Oregon along the Willamette River. The event requires $5,000 in funding, merchandise for sale, and marketing support. We are asking you to provide the support not just for this event, but future events or programs in the future where you will be known as a sponsor. We have chosen your organization because you are powerful, you are well known, and you have made many contributions to our communities in Portland, whether it's been done through local programs or funds such as the Nike Community Impact Fund. We have similar goals as we also have many programs that focus on bettering our communities, such as the Go Red for Women campaign, Jump Rope for Heart, Hoops for Heart, and the popular Heart Walk. I know I can speak for my fellow colleagues that in the majority of Portland that we love your products and we would enjoy working alongside you in making this world a better place for our health. Your organization will gain through this partnership from the goodwill you receive from working alongside us in the future. Not only will our supporters see that you are with us now, but anyone who sees our organization working together as good for them will decide to go to your business because you have chosen to show that you care for them and their health. Throughout this presentation, my colleagues will tell you a little bit more about our organization, conduct some interviews with people from our community, speak about the event itself, and what we can do next to get our two organizations to make this world a better place, which is one small step into a long-standing alliance. Our organizations will be known as one of the reasons many get to live a healthy life.
The American Heart Association is the nation's oldest and largest voluntary health organization devoted to fighting heart disease and stroke. Each year, these diseases kill more than 786,000 Americans. Some cardiovascular diseases can affect more than 1/3 adult Americans. Heart disease is the #1 killer in the world. Stroke is second, and the leading cause of severe disability. Founded in 1924 by 6 cardiologists, we now include more than 22.5 million supporters and volunteers. We fund research and fight for stronger public policies. We have funded more than $3.8 billion in heart disease and stroke research, and even funded 13 Nobel Prize winners. This is more than any organization outside of the federal government. As a proud representative, I am excited to announce that in the year 2000, we made a goal to reduce coronary heart disease, stroke, and other risk factors up to 25% by 2010. While we did exceed this goal by a substantial amount, there is an unfortunate increase in levels of childhood obesity and sedentary living habits. We currently have a goal for 2020 to reduce the amount of death from cardiovascular diseases by 20%. We believe with the help of your organization, the extreme popularity of Nike with the community could increase awareness and participation of these goals and more. We will reach these goals by making use of our public events and programs such as Go Red for Women, Jump for Hearts, Hoops for Hearts, and our popular Heart Walk, as well as multiple children programs that focuses on education and physical activity. We train more than 13 million people a year in CPR and first aid. We stand firmly behind our statement, Life is Wide. The answers include adventure, traveling, family, friends. We want to support everyone's right to fulfill and enjoy their reasons to live. The Nike Community Impact Fund has been used to support many local programs in Oregon. Due to the success rates of our programs, we believe that our 5K walk run in downtown Portland, Oregon will be the perfect use for your grant. This will not only increase awareness for our organization, but for yours as well. We will ensure Nike's presence will be known during the marketing campaign, event, and in future projects throughout the respective partnership. Our supporters and people participating in the event, as well as anyone who sees our marketing campaign, will see how big of a supporter Nike is to heart health. My fellow representative was able to conduct some interviews from members of the American Heart Association who are outside of the current project. She asked them about their feelings of the American Heart Association and how they see cooperation benefiting both organizations.
Every individual in the United States has the right to live a healthy lifestyle. The goal of the American Heart Association is to support everyone in their entitlement to heart health. Nike's funding support has the power to help the AHA make sure that every person can be healthy, can prevent disease, and can educate themselves. A combination of DHA's and Nike's voices will reach a large population and will have significant influence. Getting such a large audience out working and running will make a significant impact on the health of the nation.
Hi, I'm Quinn. I'm here with two staff members from the AHA, and I will be asking them questions about the importance of brand equity and how that relates to companies and nonprofit organizations. This is Clara.
Hi, I'm Clara from the marketing department of AHA. And I think it's really important for Nike and the AHA to partner together because it really builds a sense of brand equity, and the return on consumer awareness and the amount of consumers that pay attention to our organizations and companies really develops and grows with partnerships between nonprofits and companies, for-profit companies. So Nike being a really big exercise and clothing brand that delivers all throughout the world really makes an impact in how people exercise, when they exercise, and just it motivates them and basically gives people and consumers a reason sometimes to go out and be healthy and exercise. So we think that's really important, and we love that at AHA, and we would really like to partner with them. And by partnering with them, we can build awareness on other health issues other than good exercise. So we can bring awareness to heart disease and obesity and childhood obesity and all the complications that people have relating to not exercising enough, not eating right. And we think that Nike can be a really big asset, and we can be a really big asset to Nike by partnering with them in that way.
So the first step of a project is to have a run event. And what do you think about this project?
Well, I think it's important to engage the community, especially in Portland, because Portland is known to be such a healthy lifestyle city. And since Nike is headquartered here in Portland, I think it's important to get the community active and engaged in our message. And I think by Nike being partnered with us for this race, it can really boost our presence in Portland, and our presence in Portland can in turn help the Portland community be healthier and pay more attention to their heart health and pay more attention to their children's health, basically.
Well, thank you, Clara.
Yeah, thank you.
This is Jose, our financial manager.
Hey guys.
Oh, I noticed you are wearing Nike today. Why are you buying from Nike?
Well, I think it's really stylish. I mean, Nike does a good job of formulating their clothes so people want to buy it. I know most of the clothes, if not all of it, is very athletic. So it kind of makes me think that Nike's kind of making clothes for athletes. So me being an athlete, I kind of feel like I need to buy Nike.
Mm-hmm. But as a financial manager, so from the financial perspective, what do you think both organizations can get from the cooperation?
If the companies were to partner, I think they would. It would be very beneficial for both of them. One way that Nike could benefit is I don't think they've partnered with any previous nonprofit organizations, so I think it would bring a new market to Nike, and the partnership would be mutual for both of them, for both organizations and nonprofit organizations. And by partnering with AHA, they can definitely add some publicity for Nike itself and the AHA, of course. So one way that they can benefit is by Nike donating to AHA, it would definitely increase the research and increase the capacity of what they could do with it. The donation itself would give a lot of publicity towards Nike, and even just donating, showing that a big company is willing to have some of their money, some of their sales revenue, even with Nike donating a big part, or not even a big part, but part of their sales revenue, would definitely motivate a lot more people to donate, because a lot of people don't know about AHA right now, but Nike partnering with it will allow more people to understand what's happening and what diseases are occurring that Nike can address.
The 5K walk-run event will be in Portland, Oregon, along the Willamette River. As Portland is a hotspot for Nike due to the headquarters location and Nike's history within Oregon. Many would come to participate at the event, and Nike's name would appear as sponsor, appear on banners, marketing posts, merchandise, race bibs, etc. Nike merchandise will be sold at ending stations, with a percentage for profit going towards AHA contributions. The walk-run event requires $5,000 for funding, merchandise for sale, and marketing to be successful. And it would be perfect to use the Nike Community Impact Fund. Specifically, $2,000 funding would be used for purchasing organic snacks and drinks for volunteers and athletes. $500 would be used for goodie bags, paper towels, and plastic bags. $1,000 would be used to rent portable restrooms and event equipment, including chairs and tables. We will also be providing parking access and public transportations within the $500 budgets. The remaining $1,000 will be used for marketing on television advertisements and posters. Our volunteers will mainly be the AHA staff members and students from Portland State University. The American Heart Association will offer all the medical help for the event. The registration form will be provided on the AHA website. Nike has its own cost-related projects and programs, such as the Nike Run Club.
but a public walk-around event will reach a large audience, supported by Nike to promote heart health and a deep-rooted connection with DHA. The event will benefit you in both product sales and link the brand to the mind of the country when it comes to businesses who truly care about health. Further planning is proposed on setting the path towards the event and the aftermath.
Cardiovascular disease claims a staggering number of lives in the United States every year. In fact, it's the number one cause of death in our country due to the high amount of cases of heart disease and strokes. We at the American Heart Association find this to be unacceptable and strive to lower the statistics. Our efforts have helped to reduce the number of deaths due to heart-related conditions, but there is still much work and research to be done. Our primary goal at the American Heart Association is to reduce this problem. Our research is centered around finding better cures and preventative measures for cardiovascular diseases. Much of our funding goes toward educating the public about healthy living habits and disease recognition. We hold community outreach events and classes to teach people these skills. We also prioritize the education of healthcare professionals about the most current research and care recommendations.
In 2015, we raised $808 million. Unfortunately, that's not nearly enough. The estimated need in the United States is $569 million in community services, $1.2 billion in professional education and training, $1.5 billion in research, and $3 billion in public health education.
We at the American Heart Association strongly urge you to help our efforts to put on a 5K walk and run event. With your generous donation of $5,000, you will receive advertising opportunities with the event as a valued corporate sponsor. Not only will there be a booth to sell merchandise, the Nike logo will appear on the event flyers, t-shirts, and other promotional materials. This type of advertising exposure will benefit the brand since partnering with a nonprofit will build goodwill for Nike within the community. Corporate giving impacts subsequent sales growth by presenting the organization as caring and positive. We believe the American Heart Association's core values align with Nike's, and working together will benefit both companies. The next step is to finalize and discuss details. We recommend an in-person meeting on Wednesday, March 9th at the American Heart Association's headquarters to plan and negotiate the event and sponsorship. A representative from our team will be in touch so scheduling can be arranged as soon as possible. This meeting will ensure that everyone is on the same page so we can move forward together. We appreciate your time and eagerly look forward to working with your organization.